Listener discretion is advised.
Intervened on behalf of...
Today's episode is brought to you by Seventh Circle Bourbon. When the first 6 aren't deep enough, step into the 7th and sacrifice those sorrows and worries before you. That's Seventh Circle Bourbon, available exclusively at Algieri's Divine Bars across Massachusetts.
Flintlock Syndicate Productions presents The Demonic Detective, Chapter 5, The Heretics. In today's episode, we catch up with Detective Faust and Lilith as they navigate the streets in the old parts of the city. As they search for the address Jack found after pickpocketing the werewolf, avoiding any sign of patrolling police or anyone suspicious looking.
It was unsettling. All of it. Just how much this part of the city had really gone to the dumps. If you've ever heard the phrase the wrong side of the tracks, well, where this address was leading us was definitely that.
This is one of the older parts of the city. Why let it go to waste?
Been asking myself that for years. Lots of history here. Sadly busted quite a few lowlives during some shady shit in this area. Good hideouts, but always the first place we looked when we got word about any shady business going down while I was on the force.
This is the place?
Seems to be an old hotel.
What troubles you, Zola?
What? Oh, sorry. I don't hide my feelings well, do I?
No, not like you think.
Sorry, I always hate when he does that.
Does what?
Bossing me around, telling me what to do. He always did that when we were kids.
He's protective of you.
Yes, I guess that's one way to look at it. But that's when we were kids.
Do you think he still cares for you?
How far back do these go?
My books?
Yes.
My library. It's been passed down for generations.
Anything in here about the 3 witches?
The witch's tree? Yes.
Place has seen better days.
That's for sure.
What in God's name do you... Oh, it's you. She said you'd show up sometime.
What?
What the hell is he talking about?
Who said I would show up sometime soon?
Madame Zola, of course.
Zola?
She gave me an old pic of you two. Said I'd know you when you entered. Boy, she was right.
Okay, this is all a little bit strange. How did she know I would show up here?
Well, now, I don't know. I just do as I'm told. Well, I should say I don't mind helping, especially if they pay the rent. Give me no trouble at all.
Rent? She had a place here?
Well, yes, sir. Paid on time the last few years. Lovely lady.
Few years?
What's wrong?
Forgive me, old-timer. Did she say anything else?
Said to give you these. No questions asked.
Room 31.
Floor 13.
Careful, child. That is very old.
I know.
How do you know how to handle such old text that well?
Well, my dad liked collecting old books, and the Sisters of Babylon, they have a secret library full of ancient writings.
So you've always been interested in ancient texts?
Oh, yes. Quite a lot. Father used to read some to me when I was a kid.
Your father used to beat you, though.
What?
You had told me that when we first met.
Oh. Right. Yes.
What are you looking for?
What's this?
That's the Codex Veritas,
This is...
written by Merlin himself.
It says...
It says what, Zola?
How the hell is this place still standing? It's worse off than the halls of the Sisterhood of Circe.
What are you talking about?
Ancient sisterhood that worshipped the Greek sorceress. They called apart her once, but they got me instead. They lived in an old rundown remnant left over from the Mount Vesuvius eruption. It collapsed.
Are you okay?
I'm not sure. Something feels...
Off. Yeah. I feel it too. Well, here we are. We cautiously entered the apartment. The old musk of times gone by billowed out like smoke from a fire. The stale taste of decades passed with each breath taken. The light switch didn't do a damn thing, so I turned on my flashlight. The place looked like it hadn't been lived in since Prohibition. Only trails through the dust covering the floor showed some sign of recent life. I followed the trail cautiously toward what looked like the kitchen area.
Jack, something strange has happened here.
This whole thing is strange.
There's something here, I can feel it.
Me too. Ugh. The putrid smell of rotten food filled my nostrils as we entered the kitchen. Weeks-old food sat out on the weathered old table in the corner. I continued following the path through the dust. I turned a corner and entered what looked like an old study. I surveyed the room. Why did the trail stop here?
This room feels off. We have to be close, but I don't see anything. It's just a fucking empty room.
Because you don't know what to look for.
Like what?
On the far side of the room was an old bookshelf. A few old books frozen in time on the shelves. But the dust on the floor, that told a different story. That, there.
What, the bookshelf?
Yeah. Look at the floor. The dust.
Looks like a half moon.
I began to feel around the bookshelves, looking for some sort of trigger. I then began pulling the books. A book on the far right of the third shelf looked older than the others. The binding read King Solomon's Mines. I grabbed the book. It was stuck, wouldn't move. I then took both of my hands with all my strength.
A hidden room.
A feeling of dread overcame me as we crossed the room's threshold. A light switch stuck out like a sore thumb. This one worked this time, though I wish I hadn't turned it on.
I asked you what it says, child.
I heard you.
Didn't respond.
It says you're the protector.
Of what?
Part of the Necronautica.
Part of the legend I didn't tell you on, Jack. So that makes you the Seeker.
Seeker?
Drop the game. Your true self is revealed. The Codex Veritas was created by Merlin to test those who said they wanted to join his fight against the three witch gods, revealing their true nature. Then your scars are no longer hidden, child.
The gravity of standing in this room felt like I was violating something sacred. I wasn't supposed to see the symbols on the wall, the ones that we've been seeing written in what I hoped was red paint, but I knew better. Then the fully burnt candles. The wax mounds that remained were scattered all over the room.
It's a shrine.
And one that's been used a lot. Toward the center of the biggest wall in the room, red and black candle wax encased the edges of a very old-looking stained glass window, which showed 3 black, ghostly figures floating. On the floor below that were 3 smaller stained glass windows, encased in mountains of candle wax, each with a different macabre figure.
The witches 3.
The witch gods.
Yes.
These look ancient.
Jack, the table.
I moved toward the table. It was also covered in mountains of candle wax as well. 2 spots looked like where books used to sit, and something had been carved into the wax around them. I grabbed the chair to stand up on and get a higher look. In the wax wasn't some ancient language, just plain English. It said, "The heretics will rise after the heretics fall."
Those practicing heresy.
I know that. What I want to know is who. But then something caught my eye. I hopped down and took out my pocket knife. I began removing some of the dried wax. There were photos. Old photos beneath the wax mounds. I got one loose.
Jack, who is that?
My stomach sank. It was a photo taken in this room.
Jack.
My head began to spin, trying to make sense of what I was seeing.
Jack.
It's Zola's father. I mean, I hadn't seen him since I was a kid, but I couldn't forget that man's stone-cold demeanor. But in this photo, he was wearing some strange ceremonial robe. And he was also holding the book. The one Zola gave me. The book that's sitting in my office. The next photo? I wasn't prepared for that. That shook me. Oh my God.
Is that?
It's Zola at about 12 years old. What are they?
You don't want to know, trust me.
Then my blood ran cold. Another photo behind that one, stuck together by the wax. I peeled them apart.
It looks like an ancient ritual. Similar to who's standing next to Zola in that one.
Son of a bitch.
What? Who is it?
It's Miriam. Miriam St. Clair.
We need to go now.
What the hell? I held my ears. The voice echoed all around the room, surrounding us. What is it saying?
Jack.
I bolted toward the door.
Jack,
What was the voice saying?
It was trying to compel me.
Compel you?
To kill us.
What?
It said, take his life, take yours, fulfill the next step, die so we can begin.
Let's get out of here.
Jack, who the hell is Miriam St. Cloud?
We need to get to Lady Boleyn. Now.
Do you need a gift for that special someone? Well, come down to Old Haggie's Gifts and More at the corner of Witcham and Jack.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. The trials have begun for the supposed witches at the court of Oyer and Terminer. It has been decreed by the court and the Witchfinder General that after deliberations conclude each day, the convicted will be taken to face their punishments in the town square. The case that has everyone talking around town is tomorrow's case involving that of New Salem's own Thaddeus Corwin and his harem of illicit women. Stay tuned for more coverage.
The night seemed to drag on more than usual for Jack. He and Lilith quickly made their way back to Lady Boleyn's hidden palace in the city. Jack, with pistol ready, entered, not knowing what to expect.
Lady Boleyn? Ezekiel?
What the fuck?
What the hell happened here?
Not what. Who?
Lady Boleyn? Zeke? The place had been destroyed. Something had even taken the peaceful smell the place had and replaced it with something so foul. I was trying not to gag. And then I stopped, dead in my tracks. A putrid skeleton lay before me, smoke still rising from what I could only assume was what used to be flesh piled around it.
Jack, over there.
Zeke? What happened?
Zola.
She what?
She killed my Lady Boleyn.
Dear God, Zeke. Is that her over there? Ezekiel was barely hanging on, but he nodded, confirming the smoking skeleton and flesh was Lady Boleyn. And then he pulled me closer.
She got.
She got what? No, hang on, damn it.
She took part of Necro Nautica. Boleyn protected part of
This isn't good, Jack.
it.
I wasn't sure where to go from this moment. Ezekiel lay dying in my arms. Lady Boleyn was dead. And Zola. What the hell is her game? My thoughts stopped as Ezekiel gasped one last breath.
So, Dio Pental.
Sodium thiopental?
Is this what he found in the pills?
I laid Ezekiel's head down gently and closed his eyes. I stood up, looked around me for any clues I could find of where Zola might be heading. She had part of the Necronautica now. Seems Lady Boleyn had her secrets as well.
Jack.
Shit. Couldn't stick around long. It sounded like those sirens were heading our way. Had she called the cops? I made my way out of the building as quickly as I could. And then, just as I thought we were in the clear...
Hands up, Faust.
Great. This peach again.
I said, hands up.
Cut the shit, Lawson.
I need you to come with me.
And if I refuse?
I'm the one aiming the gun at your face.
Let me take over and carve this asshole up.
What's it gonna be, Jack?
What is Zola's endgame? Has she been behind everything? Can Jack trust Detective Lawson? Can Lilith help solve the case? Find out on next week's episode of The Demonic Detective. Today's episode featured the talents of Jonathan W. Robbins as Jack Faust, Shelley Waggener as Lilith, A. Martinez as Detective Lawson, Julian Clare as Madame Zola, Nathan Shelton as the narrator, Jenique English as Lady Boleyn, Chris English as Ezekiel Pendragon, and with Jordan Berger as the reporter and breaking news anchor, Brian Smith and Jason Brasier as additional voices. Edited by Jason Brasier. Original score by Robb Padgett. Ending song performed by Robb Padgett. Ending song lyrics by Jason Brasier. Written and directed by Jason Brasier. Produced by Jason Brasier and Jonathan W. Robbins. The Demonic Detective is a SAG-AFTRA production.
as the winds of New Salem burn. We watch as the world erupts in flame, warming ourselves with the fire, never knowing if it was sparked by our shame, or if it's fueled to hide our desires. Will cries echo from across time, yet we ignore stubborn and stern. Not following their faith is now a crime, as the winds of New Salem burn. When will it be our turn to be the winds as New Salem burn?